It's dark, dark.
Yeah, I, I tried to fall asleep through it, but the fan was off, the AC was off.
Uh,
I was miserable.
I think all of Sierra Vista got it, to be honest with you, because I see road crews all over the place this morning.
Well, we're supposed to have a season of some of the worst thunderstorms we've ever seen. Tucson's had 80-mile-an-hour winds yesterday, so
Jeez. I love it though.
good luck. But good to see you. Is that a Jess Hoberger I see? Good morning. And a Jess Lepart and a Gracie.
Good morning.
Good morning. Is there new babies?
Yeah.
New babies. She's learning how to flip her phone around.
I know. I don't know how.
I think it's in the top right. If anyone on their mobile app knows how to turn your camera to the front facing, there it is. Oh, it said new babies. Oh, little stinker. That's a win right there, if I've ever seen one.
That's a win.
It's our first Rise and Thrive baby. We had our first Rise and Thrive grandbaby. And they're both by Jess's. It's
That's
powerful.
weird. And that baby is so cute.
So cute. And we had a Rise and Thrive puppy. Not as cute. Look at those. Oh, little brother beating him up. Love that. I love that. I love that. That makes my heart happy.
Right. Right.
Little does the baby know that'll never stop.
Oh. Oh, man. Well, let's hear your wins, your celebrations, things that you're just dang proud of from the weekend.
I got two, actually.
All right, Eric, what you got?
I had a buyer that I didn't think was serious actually submit an offer. Caught me off guard. And then my listing went under contract last night at 9 o'clock.
Nice.
My buyer's moving forward from the Benzer's due today, and they said they want to do it, so that's good. And then have a listing that finally was able to get it clean, and we'll get photos this weekend or this week.
Exciting. That's exciting.
And I did show a lady from an open house, showed her a couple properties, so hopefully we can find something.
I got a couple too. On Saturday, I got a call from a guy, and he was all pissed off about the realtor that he was working with, saying how she's just talking at him, and she wants to sell our house for this price. Da 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 da. So I went by there. We did like the listing presentation, and he was like, "Yeah, she wants to sell it for 210. It's supposed to be sold for 350." I'm like, and we were just talking for a while. By the end of the day, we got the listing agreement signed, and we listed it at 210. And my second win, I've been back in the gym for the past 4 days now. I've been eating really, really healthy, so keeping that going.
No way to go, Trey. That's awesome, man.
How did you get the listed at 210?
Well, that guy was crazy for thinking it'd be 350. Cool guy, but honestly, I don't know. I think just the way whoever he was talking to went about it. He said she was really rude, da da da. Like, but we sat there and talked. I was like, "Hey, you want to listen at 350? Let's do it." But I'm letting you know right now, this is going to sit for a long time. And they're once I figured out their goal, like they don't owe anything. It belonged to the mom's boyfriend, and it's owned outright, but now it's in her name. This is all for them to make some money. So I'm just like, just being more realistic about it.
Mhm.
And he was cool. We even went and got food afterwards. Like we were just talking, so just ended up being cool with the guy.
Okay. It's good.
Yeah, the other realtor wasn't wrong. She was just mean.
Mm.
Was she salty?
Yeah.
That's where my question was gonna be.
I didn't ask the name. I should have.
Should have, right? We get a lot more with agreement than we do arguments, don't we?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of weird, right? Align with people.
Yeah, he kept asking me over the phone, like, what can we sell it for? Like, what do you think? I was like, let's just wait till I get there in person. I would want to talk to you face to face.
What are the wins? I know I got some people on I haven't seen in a while. Good morning, Josh. Good to see you. Good morning, Holly. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Ryan. Good morning, everyone. If I didn't say good morning to you, it's not because I don't love you. It's just because, well, it's good morning. What are your wins?
I have
It's
a
good
win.
days. What do you got, Jess?
I have two. So one was not over the weekend. I think it was last weekend, but I was able to get my granddaughter's first laugh. That was like a huge deal. Now she's being stubborn and doesn't want to laugh, so nobody would have believed me if we didn't get it on camera. The other one is I had a past client reach out yesterday and she wants to sell her house in like 60 days, like ASAP. So I'm excited for that.
It's awesome. Price it to sell in 60 days.
hmm
And you got a price amendment on your other big listing.
Yeah, well, hoping that one goes like then the other listing I have, the tenant occupied one, we have a showing scheduled for today in less than a week than it's been on the market, so that's good. And
Nice.
we're doing another price reduction today on the other listing.
Nice.
Dan, may I share that tomorrow we have an all-agent meeting in Tucson at 11 with Colleen Hoffman teaching goal setting.
You're supposed to get the response before you move into it. Hey, can I share? Yes.
You took a breath.
Yeah, because that's how vocal cords work. It's by moving air over them so that they reverberate into sound. We use our talk boxes to formulate words. No, I'm just
I didn't
messing.
want you to be able to say no.
Hey, there you go. If you can't get agreement, baffle them with bullshit. I like it. But no, Mara's absolutely right. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. here at the office. Colleen Hoffman, she is fantastic. She is our title sales rep for Kathleen the Title. She is a long-standing, true bleeding blue Keller Williams advocate that is probably one of the most colorful background people you'll ever meet. Come listen to her talk about goal setting and what it's done for her and her family. It's fantastic. If you're in Sierra Vista, it's only an hour and a half drive. If you're in Sierra Vista, you don't want to
Also,
go.
lunch provided.
And there's lunch.
I'll be there Wednesday.
So. All right. Anything else? Any other wins? Things we got for chest? Telling the world about?
I got one more, and I didn't think of it. I had this seller lead come in. I think it was from Circle Prospecting, and I tried to call them. They ended up having a family emergency. Was really distraught, couldn't talk. Reached out to them Friday afternoon. They got back to me on Saturday, apologizing and be like, "Hey, we moved across the country, blah blah blah. So we didn't have a chance. We have a friend that's staying there, but would like to buy it eventually. So can you help us both at the same time?" I was like, "I sure can." She's like, "Well, we're looking at like September timeframe. Are you okay with that?" I was like, "Of course, of course." So the seller lead ended up finding me a buyer to represent the buyer and the seller at the same time in the transaction.
That's awesome.
hmm
Anything else? Anything further? Bueller. Are you working off of borrowed energy or owned energy?
Lately, it's been owned energy for me.
Okay.
Pretty borrowed over here.
Borrowed, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? The difference between borrowed energy and owned energy? You're like, I've never heard these terms before, Dan. Every Monday you throw some new shit at us we've never heard about. You're right, I have.
But
Every
it's also
Monday.
like borrowed confidence and earned confidence and owned confidence.
Yeah, close. I mean, Eric was real close. It's borrowed, earned, and learned. But energy comes from two places, either inside or outside.
Mhm.
Right? Outside energy. This is your motivational speakers, your motivational videos, your hype music, right? Who needs to get in the zone when you're going to talk to somebody, right? You're going to a listing appointment, you're going to a buyer appointment, you're listening to your hype music, your rock music, your classical music, whatever it is, and you're getting yourself focused, right? That's borrowed energy.
Okay, change my answer. Then mine's owned.
Right.
I go to listing appointments in silence, Dan. Psycho.
Yeah. Borrowed energy is you're waiting for the morning call to get your day going. You're waiting for the energy that you get from this 30-minute environment to carry you the rest of the week. Monday is such an energetic day. Oh my God, I love it. Wednesday is a coin flip. Is it a good day? Is it a bad day? By Thursday and Friday, you're sputtering to the weekend. Borrowed energy depends on your mood. If you're in the mood to have fun, are you going to find more excitement and energy out of the morning call? Yes.
Oh,
If you're in a grumpy mood and you're just like, I'm only on here because I have to be on here, you're gonna be like, this big guy is ridiculous. I don't listen to him. You're not gonna get much out of it, right? It's all mood dependent. Borrowed energy. Well, how do we get owned energy? That comes from systems. That comes from the do it energy.
Comes from discipline.
That comes from discipline. That comes from a schedule. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Most agents, you guys have it backwards. They want to feel like doing it before they do it. Well, Trey just started back in the gym. I'm sure day 1 was a decision. Day 2 was a grind. Day 3 was a really, and day 4 is like, you know what? I've gone this far. I might as well keep going. Just like my 72-hour fast, right? Day 1, pretty easy. I'm locked in. I'm doing it. I have done many 24-hour fasts. 48 hours in, I don't know if I'm going to make it the whole term, but you know what? I'm already this far. Might as well keep going. And by day 3, it's like, you know what? I can't let myself down. I committed to this path. I owned the energy that it needed to get me there. The deepest well of owned energy comes from identity. We talked about willpower, right? Jim, did you read your book yet? Since you're the only one that got it. How full is your bucket? Talks about willpower. And every
I brought it to my open house, but it was too busy.
You know what? Maybe that's a good luck charm. Bring it to every open house. If it's slow, I'm going to read it. If it's not slow, just keep going.
It was slow later, but yeah. By that time, Stephanie and the lender were there, so I was distracted.
Yeah. Well, that deepest well of energy comes from identity. This is who I am. This is what I do. I wake up every day at a certain time, and I do this, and this every day at a certain time. Right? I wake up every morning, and I have my morning routine. Every Monday, I do these calls, and every Tuesday, I do these calls, and every Wednesday, I do these calls. Every Thursday, I do these things, and Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, so on. You create an identity around what you want to accomplish because those take actions, right? This is my identity. This is who I am. That is one of the deepest wells of energy out there. You don't need motivation to be who you are, do you? Sometimes you need to be reminded of who you are because you're lost in the crowd or you're lost in the forest, right, Jess? Right? Sometimes you get a little too in your own head and you forget who you are. You forget that you are, in fact, a magnanimous, powerful, magnetic individual that draws business to them. And it's because of that deep well of owned energy that you're able to push through friction. You're able to push through hard times. You're able to do things when you just have zero motivation to do so. Not because someone else wants you to do it. Not because it needs to get done, but because your identity says you do those things. If there's trash on the floor, do you pick it up or do you step over it when it's more convenient to pick up? Right? I can tell you my son is, I will step over it and pick it up when it's convenient to do so, or when I'm yelled at to do so. And his dad is the type of, there's trash on the ground, pick it up.
Huge pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, every parent, I hope. Train them kids, man. Train them kids. Got to show respect of your environments. But being identity is the deepest layer. Borrowed Energy asks, am I motivated today? Do I feel like doing it? Is everyone else going to do it? I'm going to just do it like, because if they're doing it, I'm going to do it. I want to get in, I want to be part of the group. Owned Energy asks, who am I? Who am I in my business? Who am I when I show up to my accountability check-in with myself and your knuckles are on the counter and you're staring at yourself in the mirror in the morning? Am I the only one that does that? You can't lie to the mirror. The mirror knows you've had an extra Dr. Pepper that week. The mirror knows you didn't do your phone calls that week. The mirror knows the thoughts that you allowed to seep into your head that starts to challenge that question, who am I? Your coach only knows what you tell him or her, but the mirror knows all. So when you check in with yourself and you're having that clarity, focused, staring into your own soul, who am I moment? The answer on the other end of that question is what dictates the energy pool you have. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You've been asleep for 5 hours. You get a phone call that says, hey, I need your help right now. I'm stuck. What does your energy level go to? It depends on who made that phone call, doesn't it? I call you at 3 o'clock in the morning saying, I need your help. Where does your energy level go to? Doesn't matter what it is, Eric's awake. Right? Again, identity. Who am I? I'm the type of person that shows up for my friends. I'm the type of person that shows up for people that are important to me. Okay, great. If you're that type of person, then I know that your identity says you have a deep well of energy. So why aren't you showing up for them in the daylight hours? Talking to them, answering questions, reaching out to them, creating relationships, having a relationship beyond social media. Oh, I just didn't feel like doing it. Some people have to get in the mood to sit down and make phone calls. No. You need to identify that you're the type of person that does that. Are you the type of person that creates and maintains relationships? I was driving down Craycroft the other day. The boys and I were doing a chore, and we were talking about Dickies jeans, Dickie jean shorts. Random conversation. I used to wear Dickies a lot in school, and they're a fantastic short until you get fat, and then they're uncomfortably warm. And my sons are not. My sons are tall and thin like Jim. Beautiful thing. So we're driving down the road talking about Dickie shorts, and we need to order him new shorts. All these things, right? Dickie shorts has nothing to do with people, except for I used to work with a guy named Scott at the car business. He was one of my finance mentors. Great dude. He's probably in his 60s by now. He used to call everyone Dickie. You know how people call people buddy and friend and stuff like that? He called them all Dickie. Hey, Dickie, what's going on, Dickie? Good morning, Dickie. Because it was what his grandpa used to do. Driving down Craycroft, talking to my sons about Dickie's shorts, I was remembered of Scott. I hadn't talked to Scott in 8 years. I didn't have his phone number anymore. So that day, I went on the attack, and I found an old phone number of his, and I hit him up and said, hey, Dickie, I miss you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Hope life has treated you good. And a few hours later, he texts back. He goes, oh, man, I didn't know I still had your number. The last message from you was 8 years ago. Then we talked for a while. I don't have the energy to hunt people down. I don't have the time to do so. But in that moment, I was reminded of a relationship I used to have. And I'm the type of person that is going to continue to foster growth in relationships. I didn't have the energy to go look up somebody, but the identity of, you know what, I haven't talked to him in so long, I need to go talk to that because that relationship mattered to me, gave me the energy to go find the resource to do so. It wasn't motivation, it was identity. No one motivated me to talk to an old friend other than the fact that talking to an old friend is important to me. Now, don't get me wrong, borrowed energy isn't worthless. It's the jump starter. It's that pre-engine start that ramps you up and gets you going. It's the lightning bolt that gets you moving. But what keeps you going? Who you are. Do you give up when things get hard? Okay. Would you say that this market is easy or hard?
It's on your perspective.
Do you give up when it's easy or hard, right?
The market's the market.
The market's the market. People are people. Things are things, right? It's not a bad market. It's not a good market. But some people like to make it hard for themselves. So just, are you running on motivation? Like, oh, the market changed. Interest rates are up. Now I can call everyone and talk to them. I'm motivated to do so. Or are you having those conversations through the entire cycle of their process? I can tell most people are not. They're waiting for a reason to talk to someone. They're waiting for the motivation to have a conversation. That's not who you are. Do you need to get motivated in the morning to take a shower? Sometimes. Stephanie's like, there are some days that I just want to not. F these kids, F these dogs, F sunlight. I'm staying in bed. It doesn't always work. I don't know where I saw that, but it's like, if you hate yourself, take a shower. If you hate everyone else, eat something. Am I wrong? Mostly ladies, right? Do you feel better after a shower? Yeah, you do.
Say if you're hungry and you don't know what to eat, you're just thirsty.
Okay, I like that one. I trust that. I tell my boys the same thing. They're like, I'm hungry. No, you're thirsty. Go drink something. Go drink some water. Because they'll open the fridge and just stare inside of it. I'm like, go drink some water.
Guilty.
Right. Right. How many of you had a great Monday last week? Okay, thank you, Eric. One. The rest of you are fired. Okay. If you had a great Monday and a dead Wednesday, that's the whole gap of this conversation. I know Eric had a great Wednesday, or it was Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
It was Thursday. Who had a great couple of months this year? The first couple of months to start the year off, and then things kind of okay. Bigger scope of the conversation. Doesn't have to be week to week. It could be day to day. It could be month to month. Could be year to year. If you had an early go, because you know what? New year, new me. We've all heard that nonsense. No, Brenda. New year, same you. Only thing different is whatever color you put on your social media motivation. Dude,
Mine was March through June.
What's that?
That mine was March through June.
Yeah. If you had a great start and things piddled out, is it because you had a lot of motivation and energy to get into it? You had a lot of outside or borrowed energy? And you lost identity? Or did you start your year off with the expectation that it was going to stay easy? It was never easy. You just had more energy to do it. It is super easy to do new things because it's exciting, it's novel, it's new, it's shiny. It is super difficult to keep the energy going on things that you've done 1,000 times. I'm speaking to my agents out there that have sold more than 5 houses. maybe even 10. Is selling a house as exciting now as it was at your first one? It's not. And don't lie to me saying it is. Because I know it's not. Because for now, it became a process. Yeah, the paycheck's exciting and helping people's exciting. But the overall nerves and edge and bubblesome trouble inside of you isn't the same the first time as it is the 10th time or the 100th time. There's a term called being jaded. Anyone ever heard of it? Yeah. You get jaded because the energy was there because it was new, it was novel, it was fun, it was shiny. Now it's not. So now it doesn't seem like it's the same energy of like jumping up and doing something. If somebody were to call me right now and say, hey, I want to see this house off of this street at 3 o'clock today, I'll be like, let me call someone and see if they can make it. Right? And I know an agent out there that says, you know, I get a phone call. They could say, I want to see a house in New Mexico, and I'm going to go show them a house because it's exciting. Not that I don't care and I don't have like, it's not my business stuff. It's just there's a different level of energy to me. I have to keep consistent because I have so many things that are tied to my identity that keep my energy focused. I don't get to have these hard up and down starts and falls. The only person on this call that gets to see some of my lower energy is Mikey. Because he's the only one brave enough to call me in the middle of an afternoon on a Sunday. I think he called me yesterday. He said, what you up to? I was like, I'm slowly watching my sanity slip away. Slowly.
I think we both were though. So
yeah, but that's the
it was,
thing.
it was relatable.
But even we started the conversation off and then it instantly turned into business energy and the timbre of the phone call increased because that's where Mikey and I's energy is rooted, is to helping each other solve problems. I love Mikey to death. One of my best friends. Like, I'll do anything for this. He's one of those, he calls me at 3 o'clock in the morning. He woke me up, but he's been awake for hours. So he knows that he's got to give me some runway. But if I answer, I'm ready to kill somebody or bury somebody or both. I'm there. I'm there for you. That's the energy tied to helping friends out. But if you found yourself in a valley of energy because you had this huge motivation, all these great things, and then over time, it's just kind of seeped into this valley where you have to find those motivational spikes to get you going. Rework the question, who am I? Are you a reactive agent or are you a proactive agent? Are you anticipating tough conversations so you can get ready for them so that you have the energy to deal with those people? Or are you getting caught off guard and they're just zapping all of your energy?
I think that's what the conversation that you and I had, that's what it was just kind of like just sideswiped and pulled into something that I didn't know what was going on because apparently the context of their idea is shifted. And so the end of the conversation basically was I'm dealing with a brother and sister selling a father's home who's passed. And most of the time I was getting information from the sister. The brother has a different idea. So basically the end of the conversation was, you know what, let's get on a call tomorrow because I feel like it's shifted a little bit. Your goals have shifted a bit. And I want to make sure that I'm on the same page of understanding because I'm on the page of understanding they didn't want to give it away. They're willing to wait for 10 months and hold it and wait for a different market. And then yesterday completely shifted to pricing under where they said they would never go. And almost like we just want to get rid of it. And that energy hasn't come from the transaction for the month that we've been on market.
Yeah. But that's what I think Mikey's right. As you get sideswiped with these conversations, it kind of throws you off a little bit, puts you on a wobble, and it takes a lot of energy to get borrowed up. So we have to borrow some more energy to get out there. But go back into borrowed energy is not a bad thing. Anchor into people that help you identify your identity, right? That go back to identity. And honestly, the situation with Mike is his clients are all over the place. Very hard to keep consistent if people are all over the place. So in those situations, who needs to be the most grounded?
Mikey.
You. most agents, right? You have to be the one that's grounded because other people are a little irrational. Other people are working very much so on borrowed energy. They get excited about the house. They get excited about the yard. They get excited about the gym. They get excited about everything, but there's no discipline to keep them going. Now, your energy is important. So find the things that spike your energy. When you are out of owned energy, your well is empty, you're going to have to go borrow some. You're going to have to go find something that motivates you to get you through this loop. What is it? Is it music? Is it people? Is it movement? So find out what fuels you and know it. It's not a bad thing to have borrowed energy. You got to have both. But when you identify the identity of who you are, you'll know what fuels you or takes away from you. Because after all, the only thing we have is our response to things. We can't control other people. We can only respond to how they react. If someone wants to be crazy and chaotic, you can have that fun. Or you can say, hey, I'm in the middle of something. Let me get back to you when you're not as crazy. I haven't talked to my mom in a few days. I need to give her a call. Was today worth your time?
Yes.
Good. Let's go have a great Monday. Let's turn it into a fantastic Tuesday that rolls into a wow, that was a great Wednesday, and then shit, the rest of the weekend is just on fire. There is no slowdown when you're running fast. Create the current. Let's get going. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Tomorrow, 11 a.m. What's going on?
All agents meeting,
Where?
Tucson office,
What time?
11.
Who's going to be there?
Not me.
Stephanie's like, not me either. Right. Tucson agents. It's for Colleen Hoffman. She'll do it. It's going to be fantastic. If you can make it, make it. If you can't, make it.